Unmute audio, and we are live. It is 6:30, calling the meeting to order, July 11th, 2023. Start things off. Let's see. Why did that not change?
Because it hates you.
Oh, there's the problem. All right, we are good to go on that. Let me just get the right tab up. All right, so the agenda, which we're just kind of going in here. So off-cycle actions, there were none, so that would be rolling now into the open session, which we will just handle as it comes up. If there's anything in chat, which I will be monitoring, which there currently is not yet. Plan discussion from scheduled visiting partners, of which there are none. So we'll just roll into coordinator updates. Troy, take it away. Tell us how Detour is doing.
Pretty good. Second meeting we just of this cycle we just held this weekend. So some areas are just starting to gear up, where some areas are kind of in heavy preparation. We have a few departments that we're looking at maybe shifting areas for various spacing reasons. Be talking with the Millennium, looking to hopefully finalize some space allocation over there. Registration has been open, so we'll be looking at doing some additional promotion and working with our same group who has done the marketing videos and start pushing that stuff out. We should be able to have some guest announcements for at least that portion of the marketing coming up here soon. That's probably it. We'll start working with departments in preparation for the budget cycle, where their budgets will be due about that second week of September, so that the Detour executive team can go over all budgets, and I can present that to you guys at the October meeting. But that's kind of the nuts and bolts of where we are right now.
Fantastic. Let's see, moving on. So one of our other coordinators here, I will jump in for finance. Currently have $285,735 and 20-something cents, unfortunately, did get cut off in our checking account. That's accurate as of June 30th. We have spent a little bit since then, so that number is a little bit off, because jumping into my updates here, we did have a good turnout for both Pride this year and at Convergence. We both made a presence there. It was a good time, did a lot of networking, met a lot of people, talked a lot about ourselves, did a lot of promotion for ourselves, as we like to do. Then while we're supposed to roll into a break, I'm just going to go ahead and skip that, so we'll move into current board topics, and just remember to chat. Anyone has anything for quote-unquote open session, bring it in, we'll address that as we see it. So let's start with you, Allie. Could you tell us a little bit about the radio situation, since we're bringing those to KitsuneCon here in 2 weeks?
I can absolutely talk about the radios. So I've been going through the equipment, sorting it out, checking it for damages, logging any notes on the condition of it, and thoroughly testing all the radios after charging them all up. So we have 59 total radios. That is including any and all broken ones. Of the ones I have tested, hang on, the spreadsheet doesn't want to scroll. Come on, there we go. I have one that doesn't power up at all. So that one's just effectively dead, can be used for spare parts. We have one that had the antenna broken off previously, so that one I've got labeled poor condition, but I believe it will actually still work, so someone enterprising enough could replace that antenna. Otherwise, there's a few where they've got a couple of issues, like a broken push-to-talk button, but you can use it with a headset, which is frequently how they're used anyway. I will have a full report of those that I will provide to the board once I've gotten through the last of the testing. We also have more than enough headsets for them. All the chargers are in good condition. Headsets are in varying condition based on whether they're the really old ones where the foam has just broken down on them, or if they're the brand new, never opened ones that we never got around to using at all. And lots of extra batteries for them too. So
Extra batteries are good. I believe the battery situation is why we endeavored to replace them in the first place.
the batteries actually hold up decently well on these ones. The reason we decided to replace these in the first place was we were finding that we were needing to add a few more every couple of years or so, and each time you add to this system, you have to reprogram every radio.
Okay.
And we kept losing the people who had the institutional knowledge of how to reprogram the radios. Aside from it also becoming more of a pain every time you have to reprogram, you reprogram 30 radios, then you reprogram 40 radios, then you reprogram 50 radios. It goes up every time because every single one has to be reprogrammed. On that note, Kitsune will also be receiving the manuals and the software for reprogramming.
Perfect.
They will
Just,
receive no knowledge
also
because no
done.
one here, I believe, has that currently.
So we'll just offer it completely as is. Good luck, have fun.
I'm sure they can Google the tutorial.
Yep, they seem to have some pretty capable people.
Yep.
All right. Next thing is so the bylaw amendment that we've been talking about. It's still ongoing to create the language of access. And, we really get one communicating, so we need to make sure everything's right because I wouldn't want to instantly create something that then creates other loopholes. And so work's ongoing to make sure that that gets handled appropriately. For anyone in chat who's not aware or needs a refresher, that's talking about making the treasurer position an appointed position for the board, making it like coordinator position. Therefore, we could either hire appoint or hire a qualified person or business institution to handle financials. Consensus was it's generally better to have someone qualified rather than just someone who knows how to get it, since that's a professional job people are doing for us. And then it was to establish a formalized vice president position here on the board, elected off the year of the president. So then moving on, did anyone else have anything they'd like to bring up or address to the board at this time, speaking specifically to those of us in the call here?
Believe we did want to talk about the continuation of us renting to other cons, especially considering the state we got our radios back in.
Yep, I believe we were going to cease that program just because of basically how little it was utilized, and it was just, for us, it was far more hassle than it was worth at this point. So did we want to formalize basically no longer soliciting, rental requests? Because
I think with how
want to
much-
go that route, we can introduce that, we can entertain that motion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just think it's no longer basically worth our effort.
It just does extra
because-
wear and tear on our equipment for what?
Yeah, the amount of equipment we've lost or that has come back damaged, simply, it's a great expense for us and a great, effort for us, especially having to try and get in the locker when only certain people have access. It's just, I think we're beyond the point where that's really a good idea at this point.
I agree.
So if someone would like to motion that we no longer solicit rental requests,
I'll make a motion that we discontinue the rental program through ATC, the equipment rental program through ATC.
Okay, so that's
I will
moved by
second.
Allie. All right, moved by Allie, seconded by Chelsea. Is there any discussion on this? Anyone like to add or bring up?
No, I wholly support this.
All right, seeing no discussion, we'll go ahead and roll into the vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All right. All those opposed, say nay. All right. So, opinion of the chair that the ayes have it. Therefore, that motion is adopted, and ATC will no longer be soliciting rental requests. So, fantastic. Is there anything else anyone would like to bring up?
I guess I was just wondering, for adding the financials onto the website, is that something like that you need special permissions? Because I didn't really see how I could do that through like the admin login.
Yep, I think that requires a whole separate back end login stuff. I'll have to try and network with IT to try and figure all that stuff out. But honestly, I think what might be a decent idea for us would be to just commission a website overhaul and just pay for it. Our website's very broken and very convoluted. We need to fix that. I think would be
Yeah.
a good use of our money.
I think
I-
we could stand to fix it.
I think a better looking website is not uncalled for.
Yeah, especially something that's a little bit easier to manage on the back end for us.
I mean,
So,
I
so
also
there's-
know how to run WordPress and am a graphic designer, so I can also potentially help.
Perfect. In that case, I think what we should do is kind of explore that option, kind of look into the cost analysis for it, and then come back and deal with it more formally at the next meeting. Because I don't want to just try and assign a random dollar or blank check to this without having some better guidance on what this would cost us. So we can throw that on basically our plans for next month. Is there anything else? Seeing none in here, I will go check the chat.
There's nothing in chat.
Nothing in chat. All right, in that case, it is now 6:42. There's no further business. Would anyone like to adjourn?
I'll move to adjourn.
All right, move to adjourn by Ally. Is there a second?
I guess I'll second.
All right. All right, seconded by several. All those in favor of adjournment, say aye.
I
Aye.
Aye. Troy, you don't get to vote here.
I didn't vote.
I thought I said you heard you say aye, and then your little window flipped up.
Nope,
Anyway.
I didn't say anything.
All those opposed say nay. All right, seeing none, the ayes have it. The meeting is adjourned at 6:42 p.m. The next meeting, let me just grab my calendar here so I can see what the actual date is. The next meeting is August 8th. That is again a Tuesday, the second Tuesday of the month, so I will see you all then. Obviously, if anyone needs the board in the meantime, ATC Board at animedetour.com or animetwinspace.org. You can get a hold of us and we can help you out in the meantime. Otherwise, I will talk to you all later. You all have a good